with number 1. We have A. And if you see, we have some ordered pairs. We don't have them listed as what the values of them are, but you can see the dots where they are. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out, first of all, in the new function, what shift has been made. Did it go up? Did it go down? Did it go left? Did it go right? Is it flipped on the x-axis? Is it flipped on the y-axis? And then we're just going to move those points accordingly and do the graph. So if we look at the new function, it's y equals f of, and in parentheses, it's x plus 2. So that plus 2 is inside of my function, which means it's going to go which way? It's going to go left. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a starting point. I usually start on the left side of the graph, but it really doesn't matter where you start. So I'm going to work on this point right here. I need to take that point and I need to move it 2 units to the left. So it is on it's on -4 right now. So on the new graph, we're going to move it to the left 2 units, which would take it to -6, right? So let's go to the left 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and put a point. Then we're going to do the same thing to the next point. Okay, this one down here. It is at -2, -3, so it just needs to shift to the left 2 units. So I'm going to go to -2, -3, and then go to the left and put another dot. Everybody kind of understanding what I'm doing? From wherever it starts, just move it however many units it needs to be moved to the left. Then we have this one here at the origin, so we're going to need to move that 2 units to the left as well. Then we have the next point that is at 2, 3. So we're going to move it 2 units to the left, which is going to be at 0, 3. And then we will do our last point. That is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. So we're going to go 2 units to the left. That would make it 2, 0. Does it look like it's the same shape, sort of? It's just been shifted. So now once we do that, we can just connect our dots. If you'll notice in my original picture, it does not extend past, so I'm not going to extend it past the points. I'm going to try to do that a little bit better. Curve it through my points. And so that would be my new graph with that plus 2 shifted to the left 2. Get the idea? So try B then. What movement should B have? It has a plus 2 on the outside of the function, so that means it's going to go up, what? Up 2. So go back to your original one, and then shift each point up 2. Okay, so we're taking, again, that original graph, and we are just going to shift everything up 2 because this plus 2 is behind my function. So I'll go to -4, 0. I'll go up 2. I'll go to 2, 3 and go up 2. I'll go to 0, 0 and go up 2. I'll go to 2, 3 and up 2. And then 4, 0 and up 2. And so my new graph would look like that. Kind of understanding how it works? Okay. I want you to try number 2, but do both A and B. We've got some ordered pairs there that you can visibly see. Decide where your movement is. Does it go up? Does it go down? Does it go left? Does it go right? Shift those accordingly. And this time when you connect your dots, your original graph has arrows on it, so you can put arrows on the end with that. So if you'll take just a couple minutes. For number 2A, what is this +3 going to tell me? Which way does that move? Up 3. So again, I'm going to start at my original points that I see. I see a point at -1, +1, so I'm going to go there. I'm going to go up 3. Then I have a point at 0, 0, so I'm going to go up 3 from there. I have a point at 1, -1, so I'm going to go up 3 from there. I have a point at 2, 0, so I'm going to go up 3 from there. And then I have a point at 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, and then go up 3 from there. And then just remember, when you connect your dots, because the original had arrows on it, we're going to put arrows on the new one as well. So basically all that thing did was shift up 3 units. Everybody good with that? Okay. And then what about B? What would that one do? It would go to the left. So again, I'm going to start at the original positions, -1, 1, and go to the left 1, 2, 3, 0, 0, go to the left 3, 1, -1, go to the left 3, and 4, 2, go to the left 3. Oh, nope. That's not 4, 2, go to the left 3. There we go. Oh, I missed one. 2, 0, go to the left 3. Okay, I was like, why am I missing a point? Is everybody okay with moving it up, down, left, right? Okay, those aren't too terribly difficult. Sometimes when you start double movements, then it gets a little confusing if you're not careful. But what can be really tricky is the next one. Okay, that one's a little lighter because I had to copy and paste it from a different place and it just didn't come out color-wise. So sorry about the lightness of that one. But what is A? What does A have in front of my function? A negative. So that means this thing is going to just basically flip on the x-axis. So wherever it is, if you have points on the axis, on the x-axis, those won't move. It's the points above it that are going to go the same place below, and the points below go the same place above. Okay, so my ordered pair here at 0, 0, this one, is not going to move. It's going to stay where it is. Now the next ordered pair, I'm going to put it in blue, that is at the point 1, 2. And so I'm going to basically go the same amount of distance, but below the x-axis. It's 2 above the x-axis now, so I'm basically going to flip it the same amount of distance, but below, so it would become 1, -2 instead. Okay, you see I did the same distance. It looks a little different because my graph that I'm graphing on is smaller than the graph that we're using. Again, the pieces on the x-axis are not going to move, so that point at 2, 0 is going to stay. The point here at 3, -2 is just going to be moved the same distance away from the x-axis, but above it this time. So that is going to be 3, +2. And then again, this last point is on the x-axis, so it is not going to move. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. And so then I can connect my dots. They don't have arrows on either end. Does it look like that thing has just basically been flipped upside down? Everybody getting the idea of this? Try the next one. This one is going to be reflected on which axis? The y. So basically you're going to think about taking that graph. It's here, and you're just going to flip everything over to the other side of the y-axis. So just imagine folding your paper on the y-axis and matching up the points, if that makes any sense. Okay, we just did the x, so that's flipping it upside down, but flipping it on the y is turning it around, basically. So see if you can figure that one out. Just take all of those points, and we're going to flip them on the y-axis this time. It gets really tricky on these when your graph isn't fully on one side of the y or axis, but I'm going to try to avoid giving you those because those get a little sketchy. Yeah. Yeah. The original point doesn't change because it's actually on the y-axis. The blue point is 1, 2, so I'm going to go opposite side, so negative 1, 2. The green point is at 2, 0, so I'm going to go the opposite side, which is negative 2, 0. The gray point is at 3, negative 2, so I'm going to go the opposite side, which is going to be negative 3, negative 2. And then the black point is at 4, 0, so I'm going to go the opposite side, which is negative 4, 0. And then I can connect my dots. So basically, I just flip that one on the y-axis. Basically, just took and flipped it around. Is everybody okay with that? Excuse me. Now, this one, do you notice how on number 4, I'm going to get you started on it, and then I'm going to give you some time to try both of them. Do you notice how we don't actually have ordered pairs that you can visibly see? What I would do is make some. Okay, make some points where you see that it crosses evenly. So maybe right here and here, those are good points that cross evenly. And then I see one more pair of points, basically right where your arrows are, that we can use as our set of movement points. So if it doesn't have visible ordered pairs, find some, maybe put them on your original picture, and then move your graph. So try A. A has 2 movements to it this time. So when you start at your original point, you're going to have to go either left or right and then up or down to put the new points. So figure out, based on the equation, what movements do you have or should you have? You could also, if you wanted an extra point, you could also, I didn't think about that one, you could use that one there in the middle that crosses the y-axis to give you an extra point if you'd like. What 2 movements am I going to make with A? Left, how many? 1, and then down 2. Okay, so I'm going to go to my original point, the top one on the far left side, that's at 3, 3. I'm going to go down 1 and to the left 2, and I'm going to put that point. Then I'm going to go to the one at the bottom on the left side. That point is negative 2, negative 1. I'm going to go down 1 and to the left 2 and put another point. That middle point is at 0, negative 1. So I'm going to go down 1 and to the left 2. The fourth point is at 2, negative 1. I'm going to go down 1 and to the left 2. Except for that doesn't, no. 2, negative 1. Let me get to the right spot. Down 1 and to the left 2. Yeah, I was in the wrong spot. Sorry about that. And then my fifth point, geez, can't count today, is at 3, 3. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to go down 1 and to the left 2. And then when I connect these, The original graph, even though we covered it up with our points, had arrows on it, didn't it? So just make sure you put arrows there. So that's what your shift moving it to the left 1 and down 2 should look like. Yeah, the number on the inside moves me. I went backwards, didn't I? It's supposed to be left 1 and down 2. I went the other direction. Don't look at that. Let me try this again. Thank you. 3, 3. I need to go down 2 and to the left 1. Try this again. Down 2 and to the left 1. Down 2. Nope. I can't count. Down 2 to the left 1. Okay. Down 2 to the left 1. Down 2 to the left 1. And then 3, 3. Down 2 to the left 1. That looks better. Is everybody okay with that now that I fixed my mistake? All right, and then what about B? What movements will we make on B? Right 2 and up 3. Okay, so let's go 3, 3. I'm going to go right 2 and up 3. 2, 1. Right 2 and up 3. Sorry. 0, -1, right 2, up 3. 2, -1, right 2, and up 3. And then 3, 3, right 2, and up 3.